Hi everybody, this is Suzanne Spooner, QHHT Level 3 practitioner in Des Moines, Iowa. And I am here in my office. I'm getting ready to start a session here in just a little bit, but wanted to give you a little bit of an introduction into this next session segment clip that I'm going to be releasing this weekend. I wasn't planning on doing another clip so quickly. I just released one maybe a week or two ago, 2 weeks ago. But I kind of thought that since the world's a little topsy-turvy right now and some people are going to be having more time at home, that it would be a nice clip to put out because it's very mind-opening and heart-expanding. And since we're not going into fear, right? That's not what we're going to do, because fear stresses our body out and that makes us more open to become sick. So we're not going to go to fear. I thought this clip might be just a nice way to spend some time following this lovely gal, Nicole, who has been so gracious to share her whole session with us. Share her experience of a sonic priestess in Atlantis. How cool is that? I've had a lot of clients that have had lifetimes in Atlantis. This is definitely a first, a sonic priestess. Didn't know those existed. So we follow her through her journey in that life, take a little extra journey over to the spirit side where she gives a very interesting perspective on how she plans for her next life, which I think you'll find very interesting. From there we go to her dynamic high self. You'll notice something pretty cool. This happens often in a QHHT session. It's so neat. The voice shifts. So you'll hear her voice as her high self switch into almost like a robotic voice. It's pretty cool. That happens every once in a while. It's very neat. At times when I've had that happen in sessions, I've asked it why it sounds so robotic, because it'll be so surprising to the client. And they say it's just actually how the energy, the frequency of their voice, works through the vocal cords of their human that they're coming through. It's just a transmission issue, I guess. It's kind of cool. You can't make that up. You can't expect that to happen. So this is fun for you to hear. Very, very cool information that her high self gives. As it happens in sessions, it refers to itself as we throughout a little bit here and there. So towards the end of the session, what I love to do is if they're holding the energy up and we've got some time, I love to go into interview mode with the high selves. I want to know everything. I'm just that person. So I asked it, you are referring to yourself as we. Can you explain who you are? And this is the description it gave. It says, I speak as a greater collective consciousness of 12 separate collective consciousness of different areas of life. Got that? I'm going to reread that. I'll go slower. I speak as a greater collective consciousness of 12 separate collective consciousnesses of different areas of life. And I think I was sitting there going, okay, I can't quite fathom what all that is. And it dumbed it down for me. It says, in your terminology, you could think of it as an oversoul or an oversoul group. So that's pretty cool. I love its definition though. And we get into some more questions. We talk about the virus. It won't call it anything other than the virus, which I think is very interesting. So many wild things happening on our planet right now. And, I'm just taking an observer role. I'm being mindful, I'm being smart and careful, but I am not going into fear. I'm kind of like, ooh, this is what we've been hearing about in sessions ever since I started doing this in 2012, that things are going to get so crazy. And those of us that, if you're listening to this recording, I think you're probably one, that we're here to help. We're here to stay calm and help others stay calm. And, I'm that obnoxious glass half full person, I'm sure people think. And so I'm seeing all the benefits of what's going on, mindful of, the ones that are sick. I don't want them to be sick. But the benefits are some people are getting some time off, and you get to reevaluate how you do things, and you get some time to think through things and research and explore. So I think that's a benefit. So I'm hoping to contribute to that endeavor by sharing Nicole's amazing clip. Oh, one last thing. I'm doing something on this clip that I've never done before. It's just so much fun. I'm including the very end of her session after I counted her up. So you'll hear me end the session with this dynamic collective consciousness that's coming through. You won't hear me counting her out, but then you'll hear me talking to her right afterwards. And it's fun to hear her take on what just happened here and what it felt like. And I think that's especially good how she describes it. For those of you that will be having sessions down the road, or those of you that have had sessions and wondered, did I do that right? She said she felt, her analogy was so cute. She said she felt both like the puppet and the puppeteer. And that's how that can be, especially as you're allowing all this information to flow through you that you didn't know that you had, which is the whole point, right, of exploring your human consciousness through QHHT. All right, so the Sonic Priestess of Atlantis. I hope you enjoy that. I hope you enjoy her awesome collective consciousness that came through, and share in her excitement and joy after the session. Please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate that very, very much. I want to get this amazing work and these wonderful experiences shared with as big of a public as I can, to help everybody know that they are so much more than what they've been told they are. All right, peace out. Keep your vibe high. Think great thoughts. Take care of your body, love your body, and do not go into the F word. All right, we've got this. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.